Okay, good morning. Hi. Hello and good morning. How is the microphone? I hope picking up voice well enough. Oh, hi Momo. What's up? Good morning. Um oh wow, hi Coffee. Hi, good morning. Sorry, I had a slight technical problem. I connected to the wrong internet and then I had to. Is my voice further than usual? I feel like my voice is further than usual. Is the microphone facing... No, it's not facing away. It's facing me. But is it a bit slight? Sorry. I hope it's okay. Yeah. So, I made it on a Monday. Good job, me. I don't know why I'm mentally so, like, busy that I thank you. That I feel like I can't make it on weekdays. And yeah, I guess I will be able to stream for the next hour and 45 minutes, inshallah. Because I guess this week is a special case for the hours of stream on weekdays. Normally it's exactly an hour, but hey, this week is rather a bit different. Okay, I feel like my voice is lower than normal. I don't like this. I'm gonna try to do a tiny bit properties. Is it at... it's at 85 85%. Why who did that? Sorry, I'm gonna just make the volume higher. Give me a sec. See, I was not dreaming. Voice going higher and higher. And now it should be at the level that I want. Yes, much better. To me anyways. I'm not hearing anything. I'm just visually looking at the audio. And then we study. My desk is a bit messy today. Okay. Can I write? Yes, I can. Awesome. Let's make sure to not knock over anything. Yeah, I haven't received any notifications. All right. And oh, I remembered where I am. We have a quiz. No, we have a practice, we have a quiz, we have a unit test. And which ones are we going to get to today? Oh, even more than that. A practice, a list of lessons, a quiz, and a unit test. Okay. I guess my goal is to make sure I finish the practice and then start here. The practice here is let's not count pages. Okay, let's do this. I haven't had enough coffee to be fully awake, but I will after this exercise. So, Benjamin, I like the name, decides to treat himself to breakfast at his favorite restaurant. He orders chocolate milk that costs $3.25. Then he wants to buy as many pancakes as he can. Understandable. But he wants his bill to be at most $30 before tax. The restaurant only sells packs in stacks of 4 packs, which is each $5.50. So we have already bought $3.25, so that's bought, and our total should be less or equal to 30, and we have 4 stacks of X, I suppose, or P, whichever you want to call it. And that is our my idea of S. Okay, S should be less than equal to 550. Oh, 550, not 4. What? Why? Oh, I suppose you can, but it becomes 4 pancakes. So it's about the money, not about the amount. Got it. Because we are collecting money, not amount. Everything is dollars. So yes, this should not be amount. It is 550 per S or X. And then later we can know how many pancakes. So I'm guessing it's this one. Let's select it. And then how many? Yeah, number of pancakes they can buy. So we just solved for it. Let me close this side and zoom in a bit. And then solve for how many pancakes we can get. So 325 plus 550, let's keep it S, should be bigger or equal to $30. So our 30 becomes minus 325, and then we'll later on divide it by 550, right? And then that's how we get our S. So I'm gonna get myself a calculator. Yeah, no, the calculator is right here. So I'm just gonna use that one. Say, oopsie, sorry. Say 30 minus 325. That's 2675. And then divided by 5.5. And that's 4.8. And because we want to do less, not more, 4 times, I suppose my answer would be 4 packs. Does it say packs or number of? Okay, then 16 because that's 4 times 4. Yeah, Allah, moment of truth. Why though? Don't tell me he's going to buy 4.8 pancakes. I don't believe that. So we can get 4 S's. No way. I'm not gonna say you can afford 19. Does that make sense? I'll type in 19 because I hope this is not my error. It shouldn't be. I'm gonna type in 19, but that's just not correct. Okay, it's not correct. So where is my mistake? Anyone willing to help me in the chat? You don't have to, but you could. I'm guessing my error is in the number of pancakes. I can afford to spend $4 and I get 4 pancakes for $5.50. So I get 0. Huh. Wait, no. Yeah. Wait, no. Wait, no. It's not. Don't put myself in a. I can. S is 4. It's not $4. So I have to say 4 times 550, but that's the money. Okay, let me get the calculator again. So, clean. Where's the remove everything? There it is. Yeah, okay. So I have 4 times 550, but that's how much money I'm willing to spend, which is 22. And if I divide that by 4, then that's how many? Nah, no. Yeah, okay. No. Why what am I doing to myself? How many 5.5s are in this here? 4. Then that's how many packs of pancakes I can get, which is 4 packs of pancakes, which is 16. I suppose I'm gonna ask for a hint there. Yeah, I did say 16. Benjamin can afford 16. Then that's what I wrote. Oh. Okay. The hint is basically telling me all the correct answers. And my direction was wrong. This should be smaller than this side. It should have been C, not D. Cool. It's alright. We can still get proficient if we get all the other questions right. We can do that. We can easily do that. Let's make sure I remember which side of the sign thingy I should do. Rebecca with an H and a K. I like that. Manages a yoga studio that charges each customer a one-time initial fee of $35. So you have to pay $35 upfront, and an additional fee of $12 per class. Rebecca's goal is for each customer to spend at least $100. We want this to be over. Okay, right? At the studio, she wants to know the minimum number of classes they need to take. So this is the minimum. Like it's no, do we want more or less? Now I'm stuck. Because the other one, everything is the minimum. So we want this side. Minimum number of classes. So no. Okay, wait, yes. Last time we wanted the minimum number of money, and it had to be smaller or equal to the $30. Now we want people to spend more money, so we want this side to be bigger than the $100 or equal to, is my understanding. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and we will see. So I'm gonna use this one. Last time it was C, but this time we want the number of classes to be bigger than, hopefully. So I'm gonna choose this. And then what's the minimum number of classes, which we will have to solve for? Let's try that. 35 plus 12, C, 100. So we get minus 35 divided by 12, and that's our C. Oh, 35. That's okay. Did I just write 5 in Arabic numbers? Because 0 in English and 5 in Arabic are similar. Is that 65? 65 divided by 12? I have no idea. Give me that calculator. So we had 100 minus 35 divided by 12. So if we want to make it to 100, we need people to take 5.4, but since no one can take 5.4 classes, the minimum number of classes should be 6, in my opinion, because we don't round down, we round up when we want people to do more. Please let it be correct, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. Continue. Our first W. Let's hope that it continues. Ooh, Alonzo. A repeat name. Wait, what? Wait, did we see this question? I have a feeling we saw this. Oh, we definitely saw this question. It's about the eggs and the sugars. Okay. So we have $55 to buy eggs and sugar. Our egg costs $2.75, and sugar comes in a thing that costs 11.5 S, and we want to only use this much money. Okay, yes, W, thank you. We want to only spend this much money, so we want to make sure that this side is smaller or equal to that side. That's how we do it. Because if it's 54, okay, 55, no problem. 56, very much a problem. And our answer is C. And let's solve it, because we're gonna have to solve it anyways. Which we would get S should be less than or equal to 55 minus 275 divided by 11.5. So I'm gonna have to calculate for that. C, and 55 minus 2.75, and the solution should be divided by 11.5. Do we get 9 something? Oh, what? Me trying to do mental math. 4. The answer is 4. We round down. We do not want more boxes. 4. Ya Allah. Oh, I'm on a roll. I am on a roll. Can we get 2 more questions correct? Yes, we can. We should be able to. I am capable. Ooh. Okay. Nancy needs yeah, I'm getting good at this. I'm going to be able to do those calculations when I go to the supermarket. 1,000. We have 1,000 gigabytes of storage to take pictures and videos for an upcoming vacation. She checks and finds that she already is that additional? So we have 105 gigabytes on the phone. She plans on buying additional memory cards to get the rest of the storage she needs. The cheapest memory card she can find holds 256 and costs $10. She wants spend as little money as possible and still get the storage needs. Oh, I thought, okay, good. The 1,000 is she needs. And she already has 105. How does she know she needs 1,000? Like, that makes no sense. But I mean, it's good to have instead of need. And then she wants to get those 256 storage S, and she wants to make sure that this side is at least, we're fine if this side is bigger or equal to. We don't want it to be less than. We want it to be this or more. So for me, the answer would be what? The answer would be then D. Why the 10? No, not the 10. And then I'll probably have to solve for it. So how much money she needs to spend? It's $10 each. So let's solve for it and then get the amount in money. So 105 plus 256 storage, S for storage, is okay if it's bigger or equal to 1,000. So we get S 1,000 minus 105 divided by 256. Let's do some calculations. We have our 1,000, 1, 2, 3, minus 105. No, I'm not gonna do this mentally. I'm not mental mathing it. Divided by 256. we get 3.4. So we need to get 4. Wait, no. Okay, we get first we need to get 4. So it's $40. We need to spend $40 on memory, please. Oh wow. Okay, you know what? Now I'm getting I'm getting too good at this. Is this the bonus question, please? Please, please, please. Yes. And if we nail this, we get proficient instead of attempted. Otherwise, you just get attempted. Jackie, is this Jackie? Needs to buy some pizza for a party at her office. Oh, is that the same? Did we get this question again? She's ordering from a restaurant. No, it was sushi rolls. The other one was sushi rolls. Okay. 7.5 is delivery fee. So we have to pay this 7.5 and 14 per pizza. And then we want to make sure that the price is under 60. So we want this side to be less than or equal to 60. And that is, hey, oh, not equal to. Okay, just less than. So that is what I selected. Yes, the prepaying for the delivery, 14 per pizza. This side we want to be less than $60. And how much pizza can we afford? Hold up, I need to read something. $14 per pizza. No, it's good. So it's not number of pizza, it's how many pizza. So we just need to make sure to solve this. I guess I don't need to solve it. I just can do the calculator thingy. Oh my god, I don't like it when I get ads in my Twitch chat. Let's not do that. And bye. I mean, not bye, just time out. Thank you. Do not call my viewers too. That's rude. Yeah. They did get the boot. Can I focus on what I am doing? Yes, I can. 60 minus 7.5. 7.5. And divided by 14. How many pizzas can we get? Like 2? Probably like less than 4. Yeah, 3. We can get 3. And if we get 3, that's it. That's it, we just get 3. No, rude. So it's per pizza. If we get 3 pizzas, how many slices we can afford? Again, the money is not per slice. It's per pizza. Oh, there, 8. I was like, how do I know how many slices are in a pizza? It's 8. So 3 times 8. Is that 24? Just double checking in case I have my math wrong. It is 24. All right. And again, I'm not gonna do decimals because that's not how money works. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Yes, we did it. Thank God. I deserve this. I worked too hard for this. Yay! Okay. Let's look at the side thingy. So we are at a new section. You don't seem to need luck. Nah, I do. Thank you though. So we got this side all. Oh no, we just did this side. Nice. Nice. And they're purple, which means I did good. So we're here in compound inequalities. To be honest, I'm not sure what it means, but I like or and. So let's watch some videos for the next. We have time. I don't know how much time we'll have, but we have time. Will I get to the quiz? I don't know. And here we go.
Solve for z. 5z plus 7 is less than 27, or negative 3z is less than or equal to 18. So this is a
All right, we can do that. But it's funny when he said solve for z, all I could think about was syzygy. Like, yeah, I should solve for her.
compound inequality. We have two conditions here. So z can satisfy this, or z can satisfy this over here. So let's just solve each of these inequalities and just know that z can satisfy either of them. So let's just look at this. So
Yes, basically z mentioned. Maybe next time we'll solve for a, who knows.
if we look at just this one over here, we have 5z plus 7 is less than 27. Let's isolate the z's on the left-hand side. So let's subtract 7 from both sides to get rid of this 7 on the left-hand side. And so our left-hand side is just going to be 5z plus 7 minus 7. Those cancel out. 5z is less than 27 minus 20. Sorry.
Gen Z, hi Drew. Back in my day it was Gen X. Oh, sorry. Wow, brain. You mean X, solve for X, not Z. Yeah. Back in my day, it was seen, which is the Arabic version. Thanks, Momo. Yeah, I saw on Twitter that she was not feeling well, so we will send her good vibes. Okay, so we're just, for now, solving this side. And then we have an or. We have an or, meaning we need to solve for this side. What will happen?
Sorry, 27 minus 7 is 20. So we 5z is less than 20. Now we can divide both sides of this inequality by 5. And we don't have to swap the inequality because we're dividing by a positive number. And so we get z is less than 20 over 5. Z is less than 4. Now this was only one of the conditions. Let's look at the other one over here. We have negative 3z is less than or equal to 18. Now, to isolate the z, we could just divide both sides of this inequality by negative 3. But remember, when you divide both or multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative number, you have to swap the inequality. So we could write this.
So we need to isolate the z. That's funny.
Negative 3z, we're going to divide it by negative 3. And then you have 18, we're going to divide it by negative 3. But we're going to swap the inequality. So the less than or equal will become greater than or equal to. And so these guys cancel out. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. So we have z is greater than or equal to 18 over negative 3 is negative 6. And remember, it's this constraint or this constraint. And this.
So z can both be, we get a range of numbers. You're either smaller than 4 or bigger than negative 6 or equal to. So now we have a range. That's cool.
Constraint right over here boils down to this. And this one boils down to this. So our solution set, z is less than 4 or z is greater than or equal to negative 6. So let me make this clear. Let me rewrite it. So z could be less than 4 or z is greater than or equal to negative 6. It can satisfy.
Actually, the way I would write it, it's like, you know how you write the between for SQL? So you'd be like z greater than or equal to negative 6. And wait, no, I literally just wrote it. No, I wrote it okay, right? And then like this, smaller than 4. So now it looks like a range to me. The smaller number, the bigger number. That looks more visually understanding.
Either one of these. And this is kind of interesting here, because let's plot these. Let's plot these. So there's a number line right over there. Let's say that 0 is over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 is right over there. And then -6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's -6 over there.
When he says let's plot it, I think like on X and Y. But yeah, no, we don't have a Y.
Now, let's think about z being less than 4. Z being less than 4, we would put a circle around 4 since we're not including 4. And it would be everything.
I was thinking and for it to be a range. Okay. All right. That's fair. There are 2 separate numbers. It's just like luck that they got to be here. Let's see. It's also an or. Let's see what he says. Let's see where he takes us. Cause like, let me go back just a bit before he drew that line.
Z being less than 4, we would put a circle around 4 since we're not including 4. And it would be everything less than 4. Everything less than 4. Now let's think about
So this is the everything part.
what z being greater than or equal to -6 would mean. That means you can include -6, and it's everything. Let me do that a different color.
So it's just an inclusion part? So it's still correct, like -7 would still be correct?
It means you can include -6. I want to do that.
In a different number.
It means you include -6. Let me do it even a more different color. Do it in orange. So z is greater than or equal to -6. It means you can include -6, and it's everything greater than that. Greater than that. Including 4. So it's everything greater than that.
But wouldn't that be wrong?
So what we see is we've essentially shaded in the entire number line. Every number will meet either one of these constraints or both of them. If we're over here, we're going to meet both of the constraints. If we're one of these,
Z is basically infinity then.
if we're a number out here, we're going to meet this constraint. If we're a number down here, we're going to meet this constraint. You can just try it out with a bunch of numbers. 0 will work. 0 plus 7.
0 always works.
Is 7, which is less than 27. And 3 times 0 is less than 18. So it meets both constraints. If we put 4 here, it should only meet one of the constraints. -3.
Okay. So the fact that like the one that I put is the union of both of the sides being correct, and then the rest is correct for each of them. So if it was an and, only the union would work, but since it's an or, for each of them they have their own separate lists. That makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you?
Times 4 is -12, which is less than 18. So it meets this constraint, but it won't meet this constraint, because you do 5 times 4 plus 7 is 27, which is not less than 27. It's equal to 27. But remember, this is an or. So you just have to meet one of the
Thumbs up. Got it.
constraints. So 4 meets this constraint, so even 4 works. So it's really the entire number line will satisfy either one or both of these constraints.
Yeah, I was explaining and an or to a person who like is studying CS just now, and I was like, or is the nicest one. It will accept anything, but and is like the mean one. They're like, I only want there to be a true value. That's it. If one of them is true, and will not accept it. But or is super nice. They're like, it's fine, pass by. Yeah, so that's how I think of or. Here's our and. Now we get the I. See, I can even see it from here. It's only the part where they overlap should work.
Solve for y.
So, like, the solving part is not really that important. Let's hope we know how to do the solving part. If we divide by negative, we should change the direction. But now the plotting, let's listen to that part. Unless it's exclusive or. Oh yeah, that's a fancy or. We're not talking about fancy or. We're talking about everyday, chill or.
So I have my number line over here. And let's say negative 14 is over here. Negative 14. So you have negative 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
So now this is actually between -7 and -14.
7. That's negative 7, and then negative 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This would be 0, and then you could keep going up more positive.
Yep.
And so we're looking for all of the y's that are less than negative 7. So let's look at this. Less than negative 7. So not including negative 7. So we'll do an open circle around negative 7. And less than negative 7. And if that was the only constraint, we would keep going to the left. But we have this other constraint. And
Ooh. X ore is platinum and ore is iron. Wait, isn't ore a type of metal? I don't know how it's written, but yeah, ORE. Thank you. Oh, cool. Is ore a type of iron? I don't know. I have no idea. ORE. Ore. Naturally occurring rock. And what does it do? Do we turn them into anything? Wide range of products. Oh, for iron. There we go. Hematite for iron. So it's a thing that you include in it. So iron ore is like what we mine, that thing. You got the spelling correct. And I have no idea how to read it. Is it like bauxite? Bauxite? What is it? That makes sense. Ore is iron and the other one is platinum.
y has to be greater than negative 14.
Bauxite? Okay. Cool. Not bauxite, it's bauxite. Bauxite.
And y is greater than negative 14. So you make a circle around negative 14 and everything that's greater than that. And if you didn't have this other constraint, you would keep going. But the y's that satisfy both of them are all of the y's in between. These are the y's that are both less than negative 7 and greater than negative 14. And we can verify that.
Huh? No, we have difference in opinion in the chat. Bow, like reading the bow side, bow, and then the with an X or a Z in this time. Now I'm curious. Let me copy, Google it. I'm hoping if I write pronunciation, I'll get a pronunciation. Oh, it looks red. Like oxidized iron. Oh, or I could just go here and hope there's a how to read. Yep. Oh, with a K and an X.
Bauxite.
Oh. I mean, there's a O. There's a
Bauxite.
Huh. Nice. Wow. Cool. I did not know this existed, and now I do. I'm guessing
things here work. So let's try some values out.
Yeah.
So a value that would work, well, let me just do negative 10 is right here. 8, 9, this is negative 10. That should work. So let's try it out. So we'd have 3 times negative 10. 3 times negative 10 plus 7 should be less than 2 times negative 10. So this is negative 30 plus 7 is negative 23, which is indeed less than negative 20. So that works. And negative 10 has to work for this one as well. So you have 4 times negative 10, which is negative 40, plus 8. Negative 40 plus 8 should be greater than negative 48. Well, negative 40 plus 8 is negative 32. We're going 8 in the positive direction. So we're getting less negative. And negative 32 is greater than negative 48. It's less.
Nice. We're getting less negative. That's cute. That makes sense to me. I feel like I can go to the next video, because like the only part is we're plotting based on the and or, you know, or the and or the or. So now what? A compound inequality with no solution. So do they point to different directions and there is no overlap? Is that the no solution part?
Solve for x. 5x minus 3 is less than 12, and 4x plus 1 is greater than 25. So let's just solve.
Okay, in case of an and, if there is no overlap, then yes, we do not. I would say that there is no solution for it. I'm gonna skip to the part where he has solved these two. So bigger than 3 and bigger than 6.
And over here, we have this and. So x has to be less than 3, and x has to be greater than 6. So already your brain might be realizing that this is a little bit strange. This first constraint says that x needs to be less than 3. So if this is 3 on the number line, we're saying x has to be less than 3. So it has to be in this shaded area right over there.
Oh, less than,
The
sorry.
second constraint
Less than. Yes, we have no overlap, not bigger than.
says that x has to be greater than 6. So if this is 6 over here, it says that x has to be greater than 6. It can't even include 6. And since we have this and here, the only x's that are a solution for this compound inequality are the ones that satisfy both, the ones that are in the overlap of their solution set. But when you look at it right over here, it's clear that there is no overlap. There is no x that is both greater than 6 and less than 3. So in this situation, we have no solution. We have no solution.
Okay, no problem. Would we get no energy points? What are energy points? Practice already. It's okay, we can do that. All right, so there is one practice session. Double inequalities. What was I thinking? I was thinking we wouldn't get this in a or situation, would we? Because or is nice and isn't. All right. Here's an and. Do I need to solve for it? Man. Okay. There we go. It's 2. There should be like a quick thing where I don't need to think. So we get, I mean, all right. I could anyway. Should I get a different calculator? Because I cannot write and show a calculator at the same time. But what I would do is like x would be less than or equal to 105 minus 60 divided by negative. Oh no, it's a negative. We divide by negative, which means we change this. Don't we? We should. So I'm just gonna do this. 15. So that would be our x, which I'm gonna solve for in a second. Our and side, other side, would be x is smaller or equal negative 31 negative 11 divided by 14. So these are my solutions. Let's hope I remember these when I get the calculator. We have 105 minus 60 divided by 15. That should be divisible. 3! Woohoo! And so one is negative 3 on one side. Let's do the other one. So 3, negative 3 on this side we have. And then the other side we have negative. Where's the negative sign? Do I just type in this? I guess so. 31 negative 11, that should be 42. Yes. Divided by 11, well, no, not 11, 14. That also 3? Both of them are 3, which is good. Both of them are negative 3. So I changed the sign here. So I'm looking at the choices and both of the choices, like, we have 2 choices. X is not 3 because it's not an equal. Here's what my solution got me. X bigger than or equal to 3 on this side, and then on that side X smaller than or equal to 3, which means, I mean negative 3, but you know, which means the answer is 3. Yeah, well, anything between 3 and 3. I'm gonna choose C, and if I get it wrong, then we get it wrong, and it's okay. Please. Ooh, wow, I did not expect that. Okay. And then, ooh. All right, I'm gonna get the calculator. Ooh, that's cool. It goes under. As expected. Nah, that was not expected. That was extremely unexpected. Because, you know, I love, also hate how teachers, like, you study something in class and then the question you get during your exams is always like not that. It's like the same as now. We never got an equal in an inequality. That's the whole name. And here we go. It's equal. You know? I guess they enjoy that subverting of expectations. Or maybe they want people to think more for themselves. Who knows? I don't like it. That was me being sarcastic. All right. So we have 22 minus 1. And then we change the direction. 22 minus 1. What would that be? Divided by 7. That's 3. The answer is 3, but negative. And I have to change the directions because I divided it by negative. So we have a 3 on this side. On the other side, we probably have something different. We have 81. Take away 41. Delete. Yes. 41. That is 40. And then divided by 10. That is just 4. Okay, nice. And both of the directions change, so let's write it down. We had a x is smaller or equal to negative 3 on that side. And on the other side, we had a 4. So x, it's changing directions again. Smaller or equal to negative 4. It is an or, so it's not that there are no solutions. But yes, to me, answer is A. Why? Because it's an or. So anything less than, well, oh no, I just put myself in a I made a mistake. I made a math mistake. So if we plot this out, my plot is a bit wonky. If 0 is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we just have negative. This side is negative. 2, 3, oh my god, and a 5. So the first one would be, let's do different colors, like this, and then the second one would be like this. Oh no, you can't even see it, but you get that anything past -3 is the answer, not anything past -4. So anything smaller than -3 is the answer. We have a small non-overlap, but it's fine. It's an or. It's an or. Right? That's what I'm thinking. I hope it's true. So B. My answer is B. Bismillah. Oh yeah. Continue. All right. I don't like these. I don't like these. But we'll get there. We'll see. We'll get there. 11 take away 7. Oh no, add to 7 is 18 divided by 12. What's 18 divided by 12? Is it this? Yes, it is this. Okay, we got one side. The other side is 4 with 8. 48 divided by 5 is that side. All right. But here is negative, but we keep the direction because we didn't divide by anything negative. Same with here. The directions we keep, and then that's it. But here's my question. Since it's an and not an or, can we even have the or here? How does one even plot these two? So x is bigger or equal to. So yeah, this is wrong. Yeah. I mean, it's an and, not an or, so there are no solutions. I hope. Because they don't overlap. X is bigger than a positive number, and x is smaller than a negative number. So, to me, there are no solutions. I hope. Let's go. Yes! Okay, if I get the last one correct, I'm gonna just pass with flying colors. And that's not good for my ego. This is weekday CL you're getting. Weekend CL is different from weekday CL. She has work to do. So add 14 to 24. That would be 42 divided by 6. What's 42 divided by 6? 28 with 14 is 42, and if you divide by 6, is it 8? 7. Oh, I see the 7. I just wasn't sure. Okay, so we have, and since it's a negative, we have to change directions. So it's, no, we don't. Yes, we do. We change directions, but the answer is positive because both of them are negative. Got it? And then here we say 12 take away 50 or add to 7. 27 divided by 9 is 3. Got it. So we keep the direction. This is negative. So what we have is, on this side we have x is smaller or equal to -3, and on this side we have x is changing directions, bigger than a 7, and it's an or, which is fine because or doesn't care. This is a 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is our 7. We're saying anything bigger, so this is the first side. The second side we have 1 2 3. This is our -3, and it's saying anything smaller or equal to. So we do fill it out and then do this. So I guess the answer would be bigger than, smaller, and equal to. Answer would be A, to me. Cool? No, not cool. Yes, cool. Yes, cool. Yes, the side here changed. Okay. Let's go. Bismillah. Wow. Okay. I will not talk to you guys again because I am like too smart today. Gosh. We got energy points. Nice. I feel like I should quit while I'm ahead. But also I still have at least... What time is it? We've been live for an hour. Wowee. I guess I can finish this. Let's try.
We're asked to solve for x, and we have this.
I mean, yes. Now this one is the OG solve for x. I'm gonna skip. Do I skip? Do I skip? What is this? He's typing on the side. Wee, can you see it? I'm just gonna let him talk for a second.
Compound inequality here. Negative 16 is less than or equal to 3x plus 5, which is less than or equal to 20. And really, there's two ways to approach it, which are really the same way. And I'll do both of them, and I'll actually do both of them simultaneously. So one is to just solve this compound inequality all at once. And I'll just rewrite it. Negative 16 is less than or equal to 3x plus 5, which is less than or equal to 20. And the other way is to think of it as two separate inequalities, but both of them need to be true.
Okay, so I can type this one on one side and this side on another side.
So you could also view it as negative 16 has to be less than or equal to 3x plus 5 and 3x plus 5. 3x plus 5 needs to be less than or equal to 20. This statement and this statement are equivalent. This one might seem a little bit more familiar because we can independently solve each of these inequalities and just remember the and. This one might seem a little less traditional because now we have three sides to the statement. We have three parts of this compound inequality. But what we can see is that we're actually going to solve it the exact same way. In any situation, we really just want to isolate the x on one side of the inequality, or in this case, one part of the compound inequality. Well, the best way to...
I feel bad for the X because he needs to... Wow, what? No, actually, X is not a he in my mind. X is a... she and a Y is a he. Why am I saying this? But we need to isolate it, you know? I feel bad for that.
Isolate this x right here is to first get rid of this positive 5 that's sitting in the middle. So let's subtract 5 from every part of this compound inequality. So I'm going to subtract 5 there, subtract 5 there, and subtract 5 over there. And so we get negative 16 minus 5 is negative 21, is less than or equal to 3x plus 5 minus 5 is 3x,
yep.
which is less than or equal to 20 minus 5, which is 50.
Whoa, like chromosomes. I don't know. Not really. Okay, here's why in my mind. Because a normal equation is y equals to like bax, you know, the ax plus b, that one. Good one though. That's a good one, maybe. But like to me, x is more sociable and y is always by itself. Is that funny? Is that bad? I don't know. But I like that the chromosome one though. Because I feel like, did I know? Yeah, maybe. Did I know about chromosomes when I made that connection in my mind when I was a kid? Because that's the connection I've had in my mind as a kid. And it's not like saying it because language has gender. The language I speak really doesn't. So, yeah. I guess like you learn about languages that have gender, but that's separate for me. Like X always has things around it, but Y doesn't. I feel like that says something about me. Yeah. I don't mean it in a negative way, I swear. I did a shrug, you cannot see it from my model. Anyway. But I like the chromosome one. That one feels more correct.
And we could essentially do the same thing here. If we want to isolate the 3x, we can subtract 5 from both sides. Subtract 5 from both sides. We get negative 21. And negative 21 is less than or equal to 3x. And we get, subtracting 5 from both sides. And notice, we're just subtracting 5 from every part of this compound inequality. We get 3x is less than or equal to 15. So this statement and this statement, once again, are the exact same thing. Now, going back here, if we want to isolate the x, we can divide by 3. And we have to do it to every part of the inequality. And since 3 is positive, we don't have to change the sign. So let's divide every part of this compound inequality by 3.
We get a 7 and a 3.
You divide every part by 3. This is equivalent to dividing every part of each of these inequalities. Every part of
we get a 7 and a 5, right?
These inequalities by 3. And then we get negative 21 divided by 3 is negative 7 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 15 divided by 3 is 5. You do it here, you get negative 7 is less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 15 over 3, which is 5.
So we're saying x is both less than or equal to 5 and bigger or equal to negative 7. So it's the numbers between those two, right?
This statement and this statement are completely equal. And we've solved for x. We've given you the solution set. And if we want to graph it on a number line, it would look like this. It would look like this is 0, this is 5, this is negative 7. Our solution set includes everything between negative 7 and 5, including negative 7 and 5. So we'll have solid, we have to fill in the circles on negative 7 and positive 5. And it is everything in between. That's our solution set. And so we can verify that these work. You could try out a number that's well inside of our solution set, like 0. 3 times 0 is 0. So you're just left with 5 is greater than or equal to negative 16, which is true, and 5 is less than or equal to 20. Or negative 16 is less than or equal to 5, which is less than or equal to 20. So that works, and that makes sense. You could try 5. If you put 5 here, you get 3 times 5 plus 5. Well, that's just 20. Negative 16 is less than or equal to 20, which is less than or equal to 20. That works. Negative 7 should also work. 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. Plus 5 is negative 16. So you get negative 16, which is less than or equal to negative 16, which is less than or equal to 20. And you could try other values. You could go outside of our solution set. Try something like 10. 10 should not work. And if you see here, if you put 10 here, you get 3 times 10 plus 5 is 35. 35, negative 16 is less than or equal to 35, but 35 is not less than or equal to 20. And that's why 10 is not part of our solution set.
Got it. Next up, we earned 800 energy points. What does energy points do? Does it have to do with the levels? So we watched the other video. We have a video and 2 texts. Okay. Compound inequalities examples. So examples of what we just looked at. Maybe we get an or.
Let's do some compound inequality problems. And these are just inequality.
So throughout the video, Sal may use the word equation, but he actually means inequality up front.
Problems that have more than one set of constraints. You're going to see what I'm talking about in a second. So the first problem I have is negative 5 is less than or equal to x minus 4, which is also less than or equal to 13. So we have 2 sets of constraints on the set of x's.
So when we get these, it is always an and. Correct. Ooh, it's separated. So let's skip to the part where it's solved, which is here. We get a less than or equal to 17 and bigger than or equal to 1. So it's the numbers between those two. So like from 17 to negative 1. Yes. like that. And it's an and. Ooh, I like it when you put it in those brackets. What else?
Less than 2 minus 5x, which is less than or equal to 7. I wanted to do a problem that has just a less than and a less than or equal to. The problem in the book that I'm looking at has an equal sign here, but I want to remove that intentionally because I want to show you when you have a hybrid situation, when you have a little bit of both. So first we can divide this into, or separate this into two normal inequalities. You have this inequality right there. We know that negative.
Yes, we get negative 14 divided by negative 5, but then it becomes bigger then, right?
12 needs to be 2 from both sides. And you have an x on the right-hand side, right, if you divide that by negative 5. And this swaps from a less than sign to a greater than sign.
Yes. And for that side, we get a 7 minus 2 is 5. Divided by negative 5, we get a negative 1. And this swaps again. So it becomes bigger or equal.
And the negatives cancel out, so you get the left-hand side becomes negative 5x. The right-hand side, you have less than or equal to. The right-hand side becomes 7 minus 2, becomes 5. Now you divide both sides by negative 5. On the left-hand side, you get an x. On the right-hand side, 5 divided by negative 5 is negative 1. And since we divided by a negative number, we swap the inequality.
And
2 and 4/5.
oh,
And notice, not less
okay, that's a good one. So we simplified it.
than or equal to. That's why I wanted to show you. You have the parentheses there because it can't be equal to 2 and 4/5.
Oh, okay, I'm remembering. If it's a parenthesis, it's not equal, but if it is equal, we do this inclusion thingy.
X has to be less than 2 and 4/5. Or we could write it this way. X has to be less than, maybe 0 sitting there. We have to be greater than or equal to negative 1. So this 1 needs to be greater than or equal to 7, or
No. So or cannot be written in one line.
or 9x over 2 needs to be less than 3. So now when we're saying or, an x that would satisfy these are x's that satisfy either of these equations. In the last few videos, or in the last few problems, we had to find x's that satisfy both of these equations. Here, this is much more lenient. We just have to satisfy one of these two. So let's figure out the solution sets for both of these, and then we figure out essentially their union, their combination.
So here we have an 6 divided by 4, and here we get a 2 times 3 is 6 divided by 9.
And all the things that will satisfy either of these. So on this one, on the one on the left, we can add 1 to both sides. You add 1 to both sides. The left-hand side just becomes 4x is greater than or equal to 7 plus 1 is 8. Divide both sides by 4. You get x is greater than or equal to 2. Or let's do this one. Let's see if
I thought it's a plus and it becomes a minus here. Okay.
we multiply both sides of this equation by 2/9, what do we get? If we multiply both sides by 2/9, it's a positive number, so we don't have to do anything to the inequality. These cancel out, and you get x. X is less than 3 times 2 over 9. 3 over 9 is the same thing as 1 over 3. So x needs to be less than 2/3. So or x is less than 2/3. So that's our solution set. X needs to be greater than or equal to 2 or less than 2/3. So this is interesting. Let me plot the solution set on the number line. Let me plot it on the number line. So that is our number line. Maybe
I'm not really sure about plotting this one. Is it between 1 and 0 and it's like 70? No, it's not 75%. It's what's 2 of 3? It's not 6, is it? Hmm.
Maybe this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, maybe that is -1. So x can be greater than or equal to 2. So we could start, let me do it in another color. We can start at 2 here and be greater than or equal to 2. So include everything greater than or equal to 2. That's that condition right there. Or x could be less than 2/3. Or x could be less than 2/3. So 2/3 is going to be right around here, right? That is 2/3. X could be less than 2/3. And
Mm.
this is interesting because if we pick one of these numbers, it's going to satisfy this inequality. If we pick one of these numbers, it's going to satisfy that inequality. If we had an and here, there would have been no numbers that satisfy it
Hmm.
because you can't be both greater than 2 and less than 2/3. So the only way that there's any solution set here is because it's or. You can satisfy one of the two inequalities. Anyway, hopefully you found that fun.
That was fun. So yes, there was no overlap, but it's okay because ors are nice. What is a compound inequality? A compound inequality is an inequality that combines two simple inequalities. Here is an example. Here's an example of and with a overlap. Solving for, I am going to very meanly skip this because we saw practice. Do we practice? It's only 2. It's fine. I'm not gonna be that mean. I can practice a little. So we have x here is 12 and 4 would be 16 divided by 5. We all should be interested in this because compound interest is good. That's funny. Do I make this do I add my notes on this? Because first of all, even if I do add notes, I'm just trying to be funny and not like serious. But my notes would be, we don't do interest. We only do halal things. Yeah. Islamic banks should not do interest. That's the joke I'm trying to get to. We have the 4 and 5. That's a -9, and then divided by 12, and then everything stays the same because nothing was different. This here becomes a 3/4 with a negative. This here stays, and yeah, it is the first one. Cool. Yeah. I'm not gonna plot it because if I plot it, I'd have to think about it. Yeah. Next question. We have on this side an a 49 because we have -50, which becomes positive, and then the -1, so we have a 49 on that side. Divided by -7, and then it becomes this changes, so it becomes like this, and then we have the x. Just to be double check, I see the number -7, so 49 divided by 7 should be 7, but I am not sure because yes, it is. Cool. And we continue. We continue on the other side, which is x. We have another negative. That's not x, is it? It's not x. The direction should change, but before that we have a 72, and divided by, this is negative. So yes, the direction changes because we divide both sides by -6, but the final number is positive. And I'm guessing the number is 12. So we have x is bigger than, and then smaller than. So B. My answer is B. It's between those two numbers. Ooh. Oh, nice. Very nice. All the nices. This would be the solution if it was an or. Okay, don't trick me. Why do we learn about, linear equation? That's a good question. Linear equations are a fundamental part of algebra, and they're often used to model real-world solutions. For example, someone might use a linear equation to figure out how much money they will have left after spending a certain amount each week. That is an equation everybody does. Or to calculate the distance they travel on a road trip when they know their average speed and time, or to calculate how much they can study in a limited time. What does it mean to have a variable on both sides of an equation? It refers to a linear equation that has Okay. What is the difference between multi-step and a compound? What's a multi-step? Has more than one operation in it. For example, like a summation and a division. And here we have compound one. Cool. How do we figure out a number of solutions to a linear equation? You solve it. Try to isolate the variable on one side of the equation. In a normal equation, it would be like this. With no solution, consider this. There is no solution because these two do not equate. And with infinite solutions, oh wow, we get something like 3 equals 3 or like 0 equals 0, which means there are infinite solutions. Oh, because they're equal. Anyway. Nice. No, we get to a quiz. No. We are already proficient or master. Look. It says there are 5 questions and they each need 10 minutes. We are at a quiz, but that's just a quiz. It's not the unit test. We'll get the unit test next time. Right? Yeah. We're doing this quiz, not the final thingy. Ooh, okay. All right. It's cool. So unit mastery here is at 100%, but here it's at 80 because we haven't finished it. Cool. Nice. Oh, units. Anyway, let's not get distracted. Let's try and do this. 5 problems? I thought there were 4. It's all right. We have half an hour. Let's see how far we can go. So, we need to move things around so that we can solve some stuff. We have a negative 32c and a positive 66c with a negative 16 and a negative 12. Why is everybody so negative? So we have a 8 to 28 negative on this side, and then take 2 out of 6, that would be 4. Take 3 out of 6, that would be 3, a positive 34c. We divide the negative 28 by a positive 34, and if I had to simplify it, I would divide for the time being, both sides by 2 because that is the simplest that my brain wants to go to. What would 34 be? 15, 16, 17? 17. So here is 17 and here is 14. Correct? And it's negative. So that's my final answer. 14 divided by 17. But I have to write the whole thing. Okay. This doesn't move. I don't like it. C, I'm just going to type it out myself. C is smaller or equal to is smaller or equal to 14. Oh wait, negative 14 divided by 17. All right. Wow, nice. That's a good music. Oh, I like this one. Joe is responsible for reserving hotel rooms for a company trip. His company charges plans and increases how many people are going on the trip, so they need at least 50 total rooms. So we have 50, but we do not want to go over this, so smaller or equal to. Joe had already reserved and paid for 16 rooms have been done. We need to do additional. He can only do blocks. Each block is 8. So 8B is what we're doing. And it's this one. It's B. I'm guessing the other, yeah. How much money is needed to be spent? So 50 take away 16 is 34. Right? Has to be. 50 minus 16 is 34. Nice. Okay. Divided by 8 is 4 point something, like 4.1. So the answer is 4 times 900. Which is, hey, why? Hold up. It's 4,900, which means it's 3,600. Let's see. No, it's not. Because why? Did I choose a... Uh-oh. I chose B, but it was C. It needs to be less than. No. It was the first one? Hold up. We want this side to be less than this side. I wrote it wrong in my written thingy. We don't want to do more than 50 rooms. Uh-oh, wrong again. Woohoo. Yeah, fine. Give me hints. What did I get wrong? Oh, I got wrong because... Huh? Why did we round up? Oh, because we need... We can't do partial. So we round up. So that we allow people to not be kicked out. Got it. Okay. Thank you. See, the mistake I make is because, like, etiquette. Why does math include etiquette? This is 16 divided by 9. Negative. So this changes and x is here. And on this side, since it's an and, we have an x and smaller than or equal to. This is 19. And this is 13. So x should be smaller than a negative number and smaller than this positive number. So the and part, the overlap part, comes after here. Smaller than this. There is no bigger. It's always smaller. So my solution is B, the overlap part. I hope. Good. Great. Lovely. Beautiful. We already did this, Jaku. We did this already. The number of slices was, I should remember this. It was 8 times a number that I have forgotten. But I do remember it being something like this one, A or B. We want to make sure that costs the pizza under 60, so we do not want to go over 60. So wait, we want this side to be smaller than 60. And the answer was 52 divided by 14. Oh, I have to do the calculator thing again. I can't brain this. 60 take away 7.5 divided by 14 is 3.4, which is 3 times 8, 24. Was that the number of pizzas? Or did I make the same mistake last time? I don't know. I think I did not make a mistake. So like the answer was 3 times 8 slices, which is 24. I hope. That's what I remember. Yay, good. All right, solve for Q. Reduce fractions to their lowest. All right, I'll try. We do the moving around. That is supposed to be an arrow. Okay. We get 22Q take away 52Q, and then 63 take away 73. So on this side we get a negative 10, but on that side, if I take away 2 here, we would get a 0, and then we get a 3, and it's also negative, and that's a Q, not a 9. Final answer would be Q, divide both sides by negative 30, so we're changing directions, would be 1/3 positive, yes. Q is smaller than 1/3 is my final answer. Q is smaller than 1/3. Let's go. Oh wow, that was not good, not bad. But I'm guessing I'm getting a bonus question. I did not. Cool. I got 4 out of 5. Does that mean it is my understanding that even when you do the practice sessions, you can level up in the quiz? Because you see here saying there's nothing to level up. But like, I don't need to retake the practice sessions, because if I get the quiz correctly, it will show my understanding for next time. Cool. I don't feel like doing the unit test because it's 10 questions, and each question's, I doubt each question takes 20 minutes. I'm guessing it takes 10 to 20 minutes overall. But it's energy. It's not you, it's me. That's it. I don't mind if I don't get mastered. I'm happy with proficient. Yeah. Okay. Unit test on Wednesday. Be there or be square. Test your knowledge of skills in this course. Of the whole thing? Why not? Maybe later. Maybe next time. But But it's too early. I'm like 2 units in. Allow me to be 7 units in before. This unit's exercise do not count towards mastery. Then why would I study them? Alrighty. I am... No, this is good. I am a little bit... Thank you. Wait, it has not been exactly 4 weeks though, right? That I'm doing this. Let me see. When did we first stream this Khan Academy situation? According to here, our first Khan Academy stream was on October 18th. We can do a 1 month celebration stream later. Okay. We are done with today. And I am glad. Like I feel like I'm doing better, and I hope that's the case. I'm going to look at my learner home profile. Not fully 1 month yet, though. We have thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do think I did better than Saturday, for sure. But thank you for the celebration of the 1 month. In a week, maybe. Would that be that would be next Tuesday. Yeah. I'm getting no more things here. Oh, is that the energy points? What can I use it for? Can I buy stuff with it? Look. You know, this really makes me happy. Like, I know algebra is algebra nonetheless, but like we're 44% here. Oh, Drew, yes. We can celebrate whether it is equal to the month or less or more. We can decide on that later. But yeah, we have 44% here already mastered. And I guess that's it. Nothing more. Which is fine. Huh? Mastery unavailable. Okay. Cool. I should go. I can go. I am able to go. Inshallah, catch you in a day and a bit. I have a small tiny, not exactly thank you, I have a small tiny, not really a request, but like a thing, if you feel like it. Oh my god, this is the cutest thingy. Hannah, is that the name? Hannah? Thank you for being here, seriously. You know, you don't have to, right? Like, I appreciate that, but you really, it's cool if you're not here, but if you're here, I'm happy about it, but you don't have to. That's the thing. Hannah banana, that's an adorable banana. I looked at it and I was like, is this a mango? The small tiny request I have is, if you feel like it, you do not have to. Absolutely, you don't have to. But if you feel like it, when you see a clippable part of the stream, you can clip it, and then I could make a short out of it later. Only if you feel like it, and whenever. Sometimes there is just not clippable parts, but if there are, you could clip it, and then I could make a short out of it later. But I also can do that myself. So, yeah, that is my. It's like if you observe something like that. Yeah, not exactly a request, but like if you feel like it. Alrighty, thank you for the lovely wishes. Thank you for enduring this. It was more endurable than our last stream, but hey, thank you nonetheless. And see you next time, if we catch each other. If not, life happens. I'm gonna first of all do my goodbye emote. Here's my goodbye emote. And I wish you a lovely Monday, right? It's Monday. God. Oof. and a lovely rest of your week. And that's it. Have a lovely day. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to the end stream. End card. End scene.